All right, Capricorn, so this is going to be your reading for the month of September 2023. So anyone with prominent Capricorn placements in your birth chart, thank you so much for being here. So we're going to look at the energies coming through for you guys. We're going to start with your personal energy, what is like the general for you. Then take a look and see what's in your environment, and then I'll break down the month for you and get some more details. As always, if you were able to gain any perspective or insight from today's reading, please like the video, press the little thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. And if you are not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. I would really love to have you there. All right. So let's sit into the energy. Here's the energy for the Capricorn group that I'm reading for today, please. For the month of September 2023. Capricorn group. I feel like you have to clean. I feel like there's a lot of mess or there's a lot of clutter around you. If you are having trouble opening doors, identifying opportunity, having a clear direction of where to go next. If you're having trouble just overall with your energetic field, maybe you feel like you're blocked, there's some blockages going on. I'm just feeling like there's a need to purge, a need to clean. I feel like for some of you, there's been things around your environment, whether it's your home, your work environment, your car, that have just been sitting there for a really long time. Like just either collecting dust or collecting something. I don't know, but it just seems like there's a lot of clutter, a lot of blockage. I don't know what that is. If you're looking for a clear path, if you have anxiety, if you have like doubt, or you don't see a way out of something, clean, okay? Like really get down to it, really do like I know we're not in spring, maybe fall cleaning, maybe that's why people do clean like that, like a deep clean, especially when the seasons start. Either you're doing that already or you need to do that. But once you do that, I am feeling like you will get some clarity. You will see the path. You'll get your answers. You'll start to open doors. You'll feel just energetically clean, pure, open. All right. What is coming through for the group of Capricorns that I am picking up on today, please, for the month of September 2023? The Hanged Man. Yeah, it does feel like you're in a moment of pause, a moment of stillness, like not a lot is going on right now. There's a lot of green here, so you may be dealing with matters of the heart, or you have a heart blockage of some sort. Just again, like going back to the feeling I got of like needing to just be open to opportunity, but like starting with the chest, like standing with your chest out, or like, I don't know, like something about just burying your soul or opening your heart. There's a need for rest. There's a need to get away from a lot of mess. The Six of Swords is about getting away from toxic behavior, from patterns, low-level patterns, things that we do on a daily basis maybe, or in relationships. Like those behaviors that we know we have that just don't do anything for us, right? Like we always say, like, it's just, this is the way I am, or you know, I do this thing and then it always backfires on me. Or maybe there's a sense of like working harder and taking the hard route, the hard path, like feeling like there's always some type of obstacle coming through or whatever, but if you really step back and think about it, the choices that you've made, especially in the recent months leading to right now, where you do feel like you need to just, like it's already built up, it's too much of something, were you allowing that, right? Were you allowing yourself to act out or make these types of choices that weren't really getting you anywhere? Or were you allowing others to behave in negative ways around you that were really messing with your vibration and with your ability to move forward and continue on, right, in a clean, smooth path in front of you? The Six of Swords talks about getting out of these turmoil, I'm hearing, like just a lot of mess and a lot of chaos, and going into smooth, calm, quiet stillness. Just moving away, getting away, needing to rest, needing to rejuvenate and cleanse. I'm also getting, well, yeah, I was getting that from the beginning. Yeah, there is a strong channeling as it relates to cleansing. There's just a lot of built up energy. Could be literal built up in your environment. People around you are just too much, you know, like it's just getting, it's at that point where it's overfilling, but in a way where it's sort of negative and dark and messy and cluttered. And it's just like break free of it, get out of it. You know, like it doesn't matter who you're leaving. It doesn't matter what you're leaving at this point. It feels really strongly that the biggest priority right now is your well-being, your health, your body. Maybe some of you feel depleted, like you've had all of your energy, your life source just sort of sucked out of you. And it's just like nesting and mothering yourself, nurturing yourself, sleeping for days. But the biggest thing here, especially for this month as it relates to you personally, is really like stepping outside of your situation, even during moments of rest and quiet and stillness, right? Like just seeing how you ended up here. What happened? What did you allow? And I'm not putting any blame, anything like that. Like maybe it was just a matter of, you know, let's use work as an example, where maybe work was just a lot going on in your work environment. There was a lot of responsibility, and maybe you put some things onto yourself to do that maybe were not a part of your job or what you did. Like just too much investment in something outside of yourself. Same concept with relationship, with family. Like it's time to just stop in your tracks, really, and just look around you, right? And assess your life at an entirety, your relationships with other people, your work environment. Look at your home, you know, and just be present for a bit so you can see the reality of your situation, and allow for all of the distracted thoughts of I need to do this, I need to do that, what is this person doing, blah blah blah, like thinking about all of the other stuff outside of yourself. Just stop. What is the reality, right? Where can you begin, right? It all starts with you. It all starts with letting go and releasing the baggage, releasing the shit that is not yours, and allowing your body and your cells and your blood and your energy and like all of it put together to just sort of heal themselves again and rejuvenate themselves again until you're ready to come out. You know, I feel like for September, you should rest as much as you can. If you have time to just get away, if you have time to take time off from work, or, you know, not put so much like the things that you have put on yourself as far as obligations and responsibility that maybe people are used to you doing, like what can you put aside for a bit in order to make more time for yourself, if that makes sense? You need to come back in tune and alignment, mind, body, heart, and soul here. Connecting back with your higher self, finding your faith, if any of you have faith like that, like, you know, sort of religious or something like that. But more than anything, you connecting with your higher self again. And like changing your perspective on how you are doing things, the choices that you are making. If you feel like you are not in a good place right now, which most of the collective do feel that way, right? Like there's a bit of anxiety and fear and doubt, and I'm feeling for you burnout. Then how do you expect to change the course, the path, the direction that you're on if you continue to do the same thing over and over again and make the same decisions, behave the same way, right? Maybe it's time to start saying no when you used to say yes. Or for some of you, maybe it's time to start saying yes when you used to say no. Pick and choose where you're putting your effort, where you're putting your energy. And is it an investment? What will you be gaining out of it? Or are you just wasting your time, right? Are you working on things that are not going to produce any results that you want for the vision of what, you know, you want your life to be? Or are you making decisions and choosing things just for the sake of doing something because you don't have a direction and you don't know what to do? So if you feel lost or something like that and you're just trying to keep yourself busy, you are, for one, not getting anywhere, not getting the results you want, not going toward this vision of the life that you want. And for two, you're just wasting energy, right? Energy that you could be putting into the things that really matter. So just things to think about. And I think that for September, you will be thinking a lot about these things. Okay. We will keep the High Priestess over here just as a reminder that you need to connect with yourself again. Love yourself. No one else is going to be able to love you, your mind, heart, body, and soul the way that you can love you, right? People, yes, of course, they will love us, but at some point, there are things that we need to do for ourselves, the type of the love that we can only give ourselves. What is in the environment for the Capricorn, please? The Hierophant, the Nine of Wands. You're putting up your walls or your defenses toward probably your people or things or situations that require some sort of responsibility or obligation from you, or you perceive that you are responsible or obligated to them in some way. Yeah, there's work involved here in your environment for the month of September. As you need to stop in your tracks, take a step back, be still, be silent, do essentially nothing but perceive while you are, perceive your situation, your choices, everything that I spoke about, while you are in this state of going toward that stillness and less chaos and resting. Your environment is going to be requiring or asking a lot of you. And it does seem as though you may face off with a person in authority in some way. You will be defensive. You will have your guard up. You will start to stand for yourself. For the sake of overall harmony, overall, like for what you believe in, what you feel is right for you, your ethics, your morality, you know, like enough is enough. Enough of me just exuding all of this energy that I don't need to put into other people or other things that just are not my responsibility. Like I am wearing myself thin here. I have no more life source. I have no energy to give anything anymore. And when you feel like that, it's going to play into your mind. It's going to create like a sense of failure or a sense of doubt or anxiety, when in reality, Capricorn, it's the fact that you're just burnt out. Like sometimes we create these darker thoughts, right, that feed into our emotions, because everything we think about creates an emotion in some way, right? And so when it doesn't have to be like that, if you cleared your energy up and you really saw, like once you do the nesting and once you do the clearing, then you're going to see things for what they are. And you'll probably notice that things are not as bad as you think they are. They're only this way because you are depleted. You're at a place where, you know, you're just exhausted. And for a sign that always has to continue to do and do and do and do, you know, and the moments that your body is telling you to rest, don't confuse that with failure. Don't confuse that with doubt or, you know, a sense of like your capability and not being capable of doing the things that you need to do. Like, you're fully capable. Like, if any sign can, you know, follow through and do the hard work, obviously it's you. Everyone knows that. You know that. But there are moments where you can overdo it. I think this moment you are overdoing it. You have overdone it. And, you know, I just don't want anyone to feel like it is something more, like a mental thing or a depression thing, because I'm getting that from these cards here, when in reality, like I said, you just need to rest. You need to rest and you need to clean the bullshit out of your life, pretty much. Figuratively, literally, symbolically, energetically, right? Clean the bullshit out. Okay, let's go into the month. Break down the month from the beginning, middle, and end, and see what other details come through, what you need to anticipate, what you need to expect. Any insight for September for the group of Capricorn that I'm reading for today, please. Justice. Things are going to play out how they're supposed to. You're going to end up where you have to end up anyway. So the thing here is, what path are you going to take to end up there? You can take the hard path. You can take the path with the most resistance, with the most obstacles and challenges, because you are allowing the mess of other people and situations to sort of block your pathway as you're trying to go through them. Or you can take the clean pathway where none of that exists and you just get to where you need to go anyway. Either way, it's going to happen. This path that has all the shit in it, the clutter in it, is just going to create a mental instability as it relates to depression and anxiety and doubt and fear and all the things that everybody is going through right now, right? If you allow all of the distraction, all of the clutter, all of the bullshit, all of the people, all of the things to be a part of that path, versus that's not my problem, that's not my problem, that's not my problem, that is your problem, right? Let others deal with the shit that they have to deal with. You can come back and help later when you're in a place to help. But how can you even be effective helping these people or doing these things when you're in this state to begin with? Okay? Like, it's counterproductive or counterintuitive, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. You need the rest. You need the healing. You need the rejuvenation. You need the clearing and the cleansing. Okay? It's time to just think about yourself right now. Take that clear path. Let go of all the shit. Everything will fall into its place. Those things, Even though that you may perceive them to need you, right? Like, what are they going to do if I'm not there? This is going to break if I'm not there to fix it. They will fix themselves, and it'll all fall into place the way it's supposed to, without you holding it up, right? Especially if this has to do with other people, you cannot hold their hand throughout their life purpose, like throughout their life journey. Everybody is on their own journey. It's not your responsibility. What else, please, for the month? Seven of Wands. There is a need to mother yourself, nurture yourself here. Again, break through the bullshit. It's like justice is coming out, the karma is coming out, because this moment that you're going through is a result of the choices you've made in the recent months to overdo yourself and to take on the burdens of other people. Okay, this is the result. These are the consequences of those types of choices that you've made in the recent months, if that makes sense. So, for example, let's just say, what are we in? September, the beginning, all throughout 2023, you've been taking on extra responsibility at work. You're not getting paid for it. You're not getting assistance. You're not getting the help you need. And now you just feel like everything's breaking down. You're tired. You're burnt out. You can't get a break. It's playing on your health. It's playing on your emotions, on your energetic level. Maybe it's causing rifts between you and your partner or your family because you're too focused on this thing that you have put responsibility on yourself this whole time. This is a result. How you're feeling right now is a result of those choices that you made to do the extra work. That's just an example, okay? But that's the same concept. It could be anything, right? You can take on the burdens of your family for some reason and try to help them through their shit, right? And now all of a sudden you are left with nothing. And on top of that, you feel like you're responsible for their stuff as well. This is the consequence of you making those choices, okay? Same concept with the relationship dynamic. If you are putting too much work in a relationship, you're not getting anything back out of it, it's too chaotic, it's too low level, it's too toxic, whatever the case is, now you feel like shit because you're depleted. This is a result. This is the consequences. So therefore, nurturing yourself, having some compassion for yourself, loving yourself, right, back to life in a sense, breaking out of these sort of perceived responsibility, obligations, blockages, whatever it is, because it does feel as though you have so much coming at you at once and you're trying to level everything and balance everything, and it's just a way of like, at this point it's just like I can't do it anymore, right? Like you're trying to break free of it. You see how she is opening the veil, I guess, or in some way, like bringing the light through the darkness for alignment. Lately I've been getting alignment with the Magician. It's balancing the different elements, the different parts of yourself. And I mentioned earlier, right? Like stand up with your chest out. I think I got that vision or something like that. Like straight. This person is in alignment. If that makes sense. The contrast between these two cards is very prominent here. Needing to get out of the dark and go into the light. Let the light in the beginning of the month. You are feeling the consequences of your choices at the beginning of September. You need to nurture, care, love. Your mother or a mother figure may be playing a role, or some of you may be a mother, needing to like understanding that, especially if you are a maternal figure or the breadwinner or like the main person in the family, something like that. Like at this point, I think that you are becoming really aware of how you're feeling, and like getting sort of identifying that, okay, like this is getting too much, right? Like I am maybe going down this dark hole here, this black hole or something, right? Like I'm maybe feeling too depressed, or I'm maybe feeling too anxious, something like that. And at the beginning of the month, I think you're going to start to realize that if you don't do something about it, then you can potentially make it worse, right? Because with the Queen of Cups here, she's very in tuned with her higher self and with her emotional state, and she picks up on what is needed, not just with herself but with others, right? But in this case, I think you're picking up on what you need for yourself, and it's okay to do that, especially if you have not made time for yourself in a really long time. It's okay, you know, to just sort of let the things go, let the things be. People will take care of themselves as they should. Everything will fall into place as it should. And how can you expect to get to that vision of what you want your life to be or what you want to feel like? Again, I'm repeating myself, if you continue to make those types of decisions that you've been making, because you're only going to make this worse, right? So once you identify that at the beginning of the month, you're going to be able to let go of some of the clutter, some of the mess, whatever blockages you feel that you have. Let go of some of the unnecessary things that you've been doing that are taking a lot of energy from you, and just purge some of that. So that way you can be in alignment and start to see the path, start to notice the next, like the direction, like notice what step you need to take next, something like that. Like it's going to be clear once you get out, or once you remove a lot of this baggage. The middle of the month, the moon comes out with the Knight of Pentacles. Something you've been waiting for a pretty long time probably will come through by the new moon, which should be happening in the middle of September. So every month we have a full moon and a new moon. We just had the full moon late August. So middle of September, the new moon will come through. Something that you've been in the dark about will, like you were going to get some sort of answer to that. It's going to allow you to feel more stable and more secure. Could be something around your money or your work situation. There is a sense of other people playing a role with that here. Maybe you're getting some news from someone else or from a group of people. But it does, like I said, it comes along with a sense of security in some way. So something that you've been really insecure about. Yeah. I think the middle of the month, you will notice that there will be opportunity for some sort of financial gain. It doesn't seem to be like major financial gain. It seems like opportunity for more, like eventually, like it'll accumulate with time over time. But this is coming through as a new thing. Like maybe, let's just say I don't know, you have you want to start your own business and you sell a few of your products, and word of mouth happens, right? Because other people are here, and then all of a sudden more people want more. So the middle of the month, it's like initial sell, okay? Or maybe some of you are looking for a job and you get the job, right? But when you get the job, you may not be getting paid right away, right? It takes a couple of weeks before you get your check, something like that. So the middle of the month, again, you get clarity, you get news on something that you were in the dark about, that you probably felt insecure about from other people, and it is a good investment. It is going to create more abundance and stability here over time. What is coming through for the end of the month for Capricorn, please? Ooh, you have the Two of Cups at the end of the month. Yeah, I think by the end of the month, if you do this work, Capricorn, it does look, and I feel it strongly, it does look like you're going to start to feel better. For sure. So for the group of Capricorns I'm reading for right now, I do think that you are a little depressed. I think you're a little anxious, like with anxiety, some fear, some doubt, burnout, everything that I've been saying. And by the end of the month, I think that you start to feel better, for sure. You're coming back out, you're more confident, you're more balanced within yourself. You have better control of your thoughts and your emotions. You're ready to like celebrate, or maybe after a month of sort of hermiting and resting and taking care of yourself and doing the self-love stuff or whatever, like by this time you're ready to come out and you feel really good in your body, really light, really fresh. I'm feeling like you want to socialize a little bit, maybe have a night out with some friends or your partner. For some of you, their relationship may play a role at the end of the month, but from a perspective of you're getting attention or you're feeling love from your person. And I think it has to do like with the overall feeling of, idea of you feeling better. You're getting a lot of attention at the end of the month. You're feeling super good. Oh, this is amazing. This is so good. I have chills all over my body. At the end of the month, you're feeling really good. I am so happy. Okay, good. You just have to do this work though, okay? Like, if you're taking this reading seriously, and this is in fact what you're going through at the beginning of September, and you do the work, especially starting the beginning of the month, you see a spark of light, a spark of hope, especially if what you're dealing with has to do with like a lack of money, or you don't know, where the money is going to come through, something like that. You're going to find that out by the middle of the month. There's going to be communication around that. And then that paired with the continuous love, self-love and nurture and connection to your higher self is going to just add to the fact that, like all of this down here, it's just going to enhance it. You have the sun. Like, this is joy. This is happiness. This is peace and, gratitude. Okay? You're feeling love. This is the opening of the heart that I was feeling earlier, right? At the beginning when I was channeling your message. I would advise to move slow. Like, step back. Every choice you make, every decision you make, or every action you take, just do it slowly and gracefully, peacefully. I don't know if this is making sense. Like when you're cleaning your house, or when you're doing your face routine, or, like maybe you're tending to your garden, or even doing your grocery shopping. Like, be graceful, be slow, okay? Whether you're a female or a male. Take in each moment. Be as present in the moment as you can. Forget about the future and the what ifs. Like, I have to do this because what if this happens? I have to do this now because, what if that happens, or whatever. Like, forget about all that. Again, everything will fall into place the way it's supposed to. right? You're still making moves. You're still doing things. It just looks a little different because you're doing them for yourself, so you can heal yourself and bring your body back to life with your love and your heart and your energy and your emotions and your mind, so that way you can get out of this state. And eventually, hopefully by the end of the month, if you do that, you come out and you're ready again, right? And you're your Capricorn self, but in this way, you're happier and you're lighter and you're more joyful and you're more aligned and you're getting, you want to feel good and have a good time, and you're coming from the heart, and there's love here. So be present as you are doing all of these things throughout the month. Forget about the future and the what ifs. Forget about the past and the resentment and the, shit, I should have never done that because now look at where I'm at. Forget it. It's done. What's done is done. It doesn't matter. You cannot change it. And most importantly, it doesn't exist anymore. Whatever, if anybody is holding on to the past and, just being hard on yourself because you feel like you shouldn't have done the things that you did, right, to get you here. Oh, well, it's done. You're here now, right? The point is focus on the moment. And this whole time I'm speaking, since this queen has come out, all I'm doing is talking to her. There is the need, you have the capacity to love and love yourself. This is the card of Cancer. Cancer is your opposite sign, right? It's on the other spectrum, the opposite axis, part of the axis that you are on. So there's a need to hit and touch and feel, okay? Whereas the Capricorn, I'm not saying that you can't feel. I think that you can be sensitive when you want to be. But most of the time, you're just on the go, right? And you're focused on reality. Right now, it's not the reality that you need to be focused on. It's your heart. It's your heart, okay? And your higher self here. Internal. You're the closest person you have to yourself. No one else knows you the way you know you. No one else can love you the way you can love you. Not saying that, for those of you that are looking at these things for love or whatever. Of course, there's people, we meet people, we love people, people love us. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying for your own well-being, at your entirety, mind, heart, body, and soul. No one else can love you back to life the way you can love yourself back to life. Right. That was a good ending, but I'm curious about your environment. Let's see what this Emperor is about, just to give you a heads up on the people in your environment. Yes, you are not going to pay too much attention to them, but I understand people still work, people still have families, there's still going to be people in your environment. Best thing you can do as you are dealing with these people is be very discerning of your decisions, what they're asking of you. First instinct should be a no for this month. Think about it before you make any decisions to be there for another person, to take on more responsibility or whatever. People are coming toward you asking for things. Step back. Think about it. Is it an investment? Is it going to take away from you? And is it going to distract you from this process? Or is it going to help you and add to this process? The only people that should be in your life right now, of course, besides your partner and your children, if you are a married person or whatever, are the people that want to help you. That's it. The people that want to help you and that are not asking for anything in return. Those are the people. For this month, I'm going to challenge you. Those are the only people you should have in your life right now. The people that are there for you and want to support you and are asking for nothing in return. Yeah, this is a work thing, okay? Got to be strong with the work thing. whatever is happening there, you're going to have your guard up. And there may be some clashes. You just want to be slow. Again, slow with your communication. Like, try your best to let the communication from the other person and their urgency or their need to get something done now, whatever, like, just try your best to allow that energetic connection when you're communicating with these people to just roll off your back. And it's not going to mess and rattle, right, the progress that you're making to yourself. You realistically, logically know your job, right? Whatever this situation is, and you're going to do that. People are going through it right now. People cannot handle life right now. There's too much going on with the world. People that are not aware and pick up on these things, and when they are acting out, and when they are projecting, and when they are being toxic, and all of those things, like, they're just going to continue to do that. Okay? It is no one's fault at this point. There's no sense in meeting them at their level, or fighting back with them, or allowing them to get the best of you and to rattle you up. There's no sense in that. You just face them with compassion, face them with love, because when people act like this, they're clearly going through some shit, right? So be strong when you are interacting with these people, okay? But that is your reading for September, Capricorn. I hope it helped. I hope you got something out of it. Regardless, it's still a beautiful reading, right? Anytime we have the ability and opportunity to love ourselves, like, fuck yes. Yes. Love yourself and do the things that you need to do to come back to life and nurture yourself so you can experience these blessings and this beautiful energy at the end of the month here. All right. Good luck. And check out your other signs. You're the first sign I'm doing for September, so subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already so you don't miss those readings. Let me know how it goes in the comments. Like the video if you got something out of it. And thank you so much for your time and energy today. We'll see you on the next one.